Alright, I'm this morning at Pyramid Mountain here in northern New Jersey. Try to capture some scenes, maybe see Tripod Rock and a beautiful day. Yeah, this is the scene here at Pyramid Mountain. Beautiful walkway lined with rocks that you don't get lost. Distance we can, or not we, I can hear already a little stream that's running across here. Yeah, getting closer to the stream. There's almost nothing nicer than the sound of running water. Yeah, and it appears from here on out, the walkway is not rock lined anymore. Yeah, so with the first incline here, over a leaf and small tree covered tunnel. It's actually a quite beautiful feeling, being surrounded by leaves and nature. And as you can hear, my breathing rate already increased, out of shape. Yeah, here's already the first rest stop after 10 minutes. Going steadily up the hill. It is a hill. Even so, my first thought is mountain, but mountain is probably something quite different. Yeah, it'll go up the hill further and further, and I need a little break. Yeah, lots of rock here in northern New Jersey. Rocks everywhere. All left here from the last ice age, the last glacier carved out and deposited all the rocks everywhere. Don't have to dig deep here in New Jersey, at least in northern New Jersey, to find rock. And it goes up the mountain, the hill. Quite a steep incline, but you don't see that on the camera. Yeah, here the steeper incline starts, and we have to move up quite a few steep rocks. And if there wouldn't be the arrows everywhere here, you'd have no idea where you're walking. Yeah, being passed by other hikers going up the hill into the sun. Yeah, and it goes steadily uphill. With an airplane, a helicopter here somewhere. Yeah, and I keep climbing, following the blue arrows. But should be on the top of the hill. of Pyramid Mountain any moment. Yeah, I made it. There's an overview here that looks down into the valley. Against the sun, of course, which is not good for the camera, or at least for the pictures of the camera. More rocks. And it appears that is the top. The top of Pyramid Mountain. In the distance behind the towers you can see the skyline of New York City. Right to the right tower you can see the World Trade Center, the new World Trade Center. Quite beautiful here. To put my head pack on, I don't get sunburned. Yeah, and on I go. Now it appears we're following the ridge here on Pyramid Mountain. It looks quite different here. Almost a little bit arid, dry. Trees are not very tall here. Maybe because they're new, but don't appear too new. But it's a quite beautiful environment. Reminds me of the south of Spain, or Europe I mean, or maybe close to the west coast. The insects are chirping, making their noises or songs. Yeah, it's quite nice here. Of course you don't see that on the camera. But there are these trees, these bushes here that have this somehow wound stem. Almost looks like a haunted area here with all these bent and bowed small trees or brushes. And it's going down the hill again, just to get back up again later. And we're walking toward Tripod Rock, which is apparently still a good distance down the road. Yeah, and here we're getting close to Tripod Rock. If you hear that first, you think there's some major thing, but as we'll see, it's just a big rock that the last glacier put down on 3 smaller rocks. That's it.
Yeah, hey Will, this is Peter. So what for the 250, what does that include?
Yeah, and here are the tripods. That's what it looks like. Next to a few other tripods, rocks, smaller ones. Alright, we came from the white trail here, reached the intersection of the red striped trail, which we're going to follow now. Appears it goes quite a bit downstairs from here on out, down to the bear swamp. Hopefully not too many bears left. Too many people around for bears to be there, but you never know. Well, I'm going to concentrate on putting one safe step in front of the other. Yes, and it is again very beautiful here, and it goes rapidly down the hill. Yeah, now I'm as far away from the parking lot as it can be, at least on this trail. Looks beautiful here. Fairly high up. And yeah, we have to go down there. On the lower part, back to the parking lot, the bear swamp. Then slightly up the hill again and back to the parking lot. Yeah, now all of a sudden I'm in jungle here. Feels like in the middle of nowhere. Except for the vague outlines of a trail. And the northernmost part of this trail, there is the red and white sign of the trail. So we're still in the right direction, going down the hill again. Yeah, but the close confines of this trail makes it very magical. Lots of low brushes. Almost reminds me of Lüneburger Heide-like. Well, not quite obviously, because it's in a forest, but nevertheless it has lots of low ground growing little bushes here. Well, let me see if I don't get lost. There's another red and white sign for the trail. Well, here's another rock in the middle of nowhere, just laying there, deposited again probably by the last glacier that was here a couple of thousand years ago. And going on the rocky trail. Yeah, and another nice area here. So you can see all these low bushes here behind me. Of course you can hear somebody cutting down the trees in the distance. Alright, well, here's another quite deep descent. See if I can do that with my camera rolling without falling on my ass or losing the camera. Well, I managed to be a part of it, but it does go down quite steep here. Again, there's something you don't see on the camera. I think I'll better put it away. if I want to have a functioning camera down there. Yes, indeed, it's a quite steep descent though. This is horizon level, and this is where it goes down, probably a couple of 100 yards. Quite steep. Yeah, for my own safety, again, I'll stop filming. Well, I'll tell you, that was indeed quite steep. Not only steep, but small rocks, small boulders, difficult to get a foothold. Yeah, you're better off putting the camera away, that's for sure. And have to have good shoes on if you come up here. As you can see, it's all rocky. Rocks, boulders, everywhere. And airplanes somewhere. Yeah, and if they wouldn't have the color markings here on the trees to show you where the trail is going, you would be lost here in a minute. It's nothing but rocks, boulders, trees. Yeah, just look at that path here. It almost looks like somebody just threw a ton of boulders, which you'd have to navigate, and you have to look for the color-coded signs on the trees here. Otherwise you would be in a sea of rocks and boulders. We are back on the Blue Trail. The Blue Trail is in the valley. Less rocks. We practically go parallel to the ridge that we just walked all the way north. Now I'm going all the way south. And it looks more, you know, again like a forest. And swamp is apparently down there. Well, guess we're getting closer. Going further downhill, descend further to swamp level. All right, I'm talking about me. I'm actually at swamp level now. So everything down there is swampland with fern, trees that tipped over, you know, the usual thing in swamps. But I tell you, what a walk, what a hike. Would not believe how taxing it is to walk over all these boulders, exposed roots. It really takes a toll of you, especially if you haven't done anything like that for a while. Holy crap. Yeah, and here we come to another two humongous boulders that are laying in the middle of nowhere. The last glacier really did a job here. Look at the weight. This must weigh several thousand tons. Just sitting here. In the swamp part of it. Either the glacier put it here or it rolled down the hill, but there's no hill to roll down to from. Humongous. Yeah, so after walking about a quarter mile here on relatively even ground, crossing this little bridge here over the creek, and we have again another boulder field to traverse. I tell you, after a while it really becomes a pain in the neck. I hope I get home without blisters on my feet today. Anyway, we'll concentrate on my footing again. All right, well, on the white trail still, came down here, now getting close to the parking lot again, or relatively close. And of course, after being taxed somewhat, exhausted, there's of course another beautiful trail up the mountain or the hill. One last challenge to master. Well, the end is in sight. I made it. A couple of hours. This is the same way we came in here. We, by we I mean me. This is the covered green area. Let's say about a quarter mile to the parking lot from here. Then I need a drink. By drink I mean water. Should have taken a bottle of water with me. I thought about it, but then I thought I'd have to carry the bottle of water with me. Would have been a better decision to have it with me, but I made it. Alright, well, about 3 hours later I made it back. Quite exhausting, but one has to push oneself to get better, right? So, back at home, get some water, off to the next adventure.